All right, next week is Colorado Gives Day, and Denver 7 has teamed up with Community First Foundation to help raise much-needed funds for area nonprofits. And here to tell us more, Community First Foundation's Kelly Duncan. And Kelly, we love having you on talking about all of this. All right, today is actually Giving Tuesday, right? What does that mean in Colorado?
Yeah, so Giving Tuesday is a global giving event, but Colorado Gives Day is a hyper-local event. So what we like to say is on Giving Tuesday, Coloradans schedule their Colorado Gives donations.
All right, so get ready, because next Tuesday we're knocking it out the park, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to do that. This is a question I'm scared to ask, but really 2020, tough year for everybody. How has it affected our nonprofits?
Yeah, it's affected them, we keep saying, in two primary ways. First, you have those nonprofits that are frontline responders. So they're making sure people have food, they have shelter, they have healthcare services. So demand for their services is sky high. And then we also have the nonprofits that really rely on ticket sales for their revenue. If we think of our museums, theaters, so they've seen a real hit to their budgets because they can't have in-person events. So nonprofits have been hurt by the pandemic. They've also stepped up to make sure our communities are doing okay, and we're hoping that this Colorado Gives Day is the best day ever to show them how much we appreciate and miss them when we can't see them.
Boy, that's exactly what we're going to do. So how many nonprofits are actually participating this year?
We are up to almost 2,900 nonprofits who are participating.
All right.
Yeah, it's the most we've ever had.
This is such good news. All right, talk about how people can spread the word about Colorado Gives Day. We really want to make this successful.
Yeah, so really easy. As we always say, if you can shop online, you can give online. So go to coloradogives.org. You can schedule all your donations now. You can give to multiple nonprofits, differing amounts, and just add them to your shopping cart. And if you're scheduling, it'll say donation frequency. Just hit Colorado Gives Day, and then your donation counts to the total give for Colorado Gives Day.
It's so easy. It really is. I was on there the other day. I haven't quite clicked the button yet because I want to see how many more I'm going to put in there. But this is so wonderful. It's also one of these things where talk about our well-being, you know, and then also being generous, because there is a correlation there, isn't there?
There absolutely is. So when we give, we generate positive well-being. So we actually see a boost in our well-being. And the really, really cool part is it's not just for me. So if I give, I get a boost to my well-being, but you are in my direct circle, so you get a boost to your well-being. And then the people around you get a boost. So it's really a multiplier effect. So there's so many ways you can give and get that boost through coloradogives.org.
Talk about how we really can just kind of zero in on that happiness today. You know, today we're the Giving Day, you know, but before we actually get to Colorado Gives Day.
Yeah, so we like to make it a family event. So we like to schedule our donations on Giving Tuesday. So I'll sit down with my kids, and it really leads to great conversations. I learned every time what's important to them, things I hadn't even considered. So we search the site for the things they care about, the causes they care about. We have great conversations about it, and then we start adding those donations to our cart and schedule them for Colorado Gives Day.
Well, it's also nice, those of us that have teenagers, I know, that just want money, right? And so all those toys and everything you used to give them when they were little are no longer the case. That's what they want. And the sentimentality of it is sort of taken away as they get older. This is a wonderful way to kind of interject that back into, you know, the holiday, which is so wonderful. All right, $1 million incentive fund. I love this part of it.
Yeah, so people always ask, well, if I can give any day of the year, why would I give on Colorado Gives Day? And we say you should give on Colorado Gives Day because every donation gets a boost. So First Bank and Community First Foundation seed this incentive fund with $1 million, and then we grow it with community partners, and that means that every donation gets a boost. So the way it works is if your favorite nonprofit gets 10% of all the money raised on Colorado Gives Day, they'll get 10% of that incentive fund.
Nice.
Yeah.
We like incentives. All right, now is there a minimum to give?
Yeah, so we lowered the minimum. We recognize that this is a hard year for everyone, and people may be feeling pretty strapped but want to participate. So the minimum amount is $5 to give, and if you don't have a lot to give and you still want to participate, we also have ambassador toolkits on the site, and you can use your social networks to spread the word.
You've thought of everything.
Our team has thought of everything.
Talk about the different ways people can give.
Yeah, so you can go on the site, you can give with your credit card, you can link it to an e-check with your bank account, and if you happen to have an IRA and you have that required minimum distribution, you can turn that distribution into a Colorado Gives giving card. You turn the money over to us in a donation, we give you an e-giving card for the exact same amount, then you go on the site and use that e-giving card to give to multiple nonprofits or to one nonprofit, your choice.
I love this.
And speaking of teens, you can also purchase e-giving cards to give them the gift of giving rather than cash.
What a great stocking stuffer,
yes.
too. You're going to make them sit down. Instead of going on doing homework on the computer, they can go on their computer and think of ways to help other people, which is a wonderful thing. It might take the stigma out of always being on the computer for
exactly.
They'll
be doing good.
School anymore, so I'm going to get on there and do something really cool and
then just watch their boost in well-being.
I love that, Kelly. Thank you so very much. Denver 7, proud sponsor of Colorado Gives Day, wants to make December 8th a record-breaking day for local nonprofits. So if you would like to donate to some much-needed organizations, mark your calendar for December 8th. Here's the website, coloradogives.org. Community First Foundation sponsored today's segment. Don't go anywhere. Keep it here.